Just now, the most bullish signal that has ever been recorded was recorded. You should not miss out on watching this video. An event that we have been anticipating for years, the XRP Exchange Traded Fund, ETF, will finally start trading. Ripple's XRP has at long last achieved widespread recognition on a global scale. Cryptocurrency analysts are even forecasting that the price of XRP could reach $35,000 in the not-too-distant future. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Let us dissect it in detail. It is guaranteed that this video will blow your mind. Please note that the XRP community is bursting with excitement as a significant milestone draws closer. Tomorrow is the day that the Rex Osprey XRP ETF is scheduled to officially start trading, as reported by Whale Insider. This is not just a headline for XRP, rather, public. What exactly is the big deal about exchange-traded funds, ETFs? One way to think about it is that investors now have the option of purchasing a box that contains XRP rather than the actual cryptocurrency itself. If you want to invest in XRP without having to worry about wallets, exchanges, or private keys, you can do so through an analogous to purchasing a fruit basket rather than individual apples and oranges. This is a straightforward and regulated entry point into the world of cryptocurrency. This exchange-traded fund, ETF, will have a structure that is distinct from that of Bitcoin and Ethereum's products, according to James Safart, an analyst for Bloomberg ETF. The XRP Exchange-Traded Fund, ETF, will function within the framework of a registered investment company in contrast to those that follow a trust-like setup, thereby increasing the likelihood that it will be appealing to institutional investors. The fact that institutional players, hedge funds, retirement accounts, and even banks prefer regulated structures that they can trust is the reason why this nuance is important. Furthermore, why does this matter for the price of XRP? Due to the fact that increased accessibility results in increased demand, there is now a straightforward entry point for retail investors who were previously hesitant, as well as for large institutions that were unable to interact with XRP due to concerns regarding custody or regulatory issues. Because the exchange-traded fund, ETF, is required to hold XRP in order to back its shares, each new dollar that is added to the ETF represents an indirect buying pressure on XRP itself. The introduction of this exchange-traded fund is not taking place in a vacuum either. With the addition of XRP and Solana options, which are scheduled to go live on October 13th, the CME Group, which is one of the largest derivatives marketplaces in the world, has expanded its offerings. The best way to put it was by Giovanni Vicioso, who is the global head of crypto products for CME. All types of traders, from institutional investors to active individual participants, can benefit from the increased flexibility that these new options provide. Having a greater number of products results in increased liquidity, greater stability, and ultimately a more robust market. When all of these events are considered together, including the launch of the XRP Exchange-Traded Fund, ETF, the expansion of the CME, and the recent legal clarity given to XRP as a result of its battle with the SEC, it paints a picture of a token that has finally broken into the major leagues of traditional finance. It's not just hype, this is growth in the structural framework. It is possible that the XRP ETF will serve as a potent catalyst. At the same time that Bitcoin experienced a surge in price due to the inflows that resulted from its ETF listings, XRP may also experience a similar surge. Simple economics suggests that there is upward pressure on prices because demand. This was brought to the attention of Jack the Rippler. Despite the fact that it was most likely a glitch or a liquidity issue, the event sparked wild speculation about what was possible for XRP to accomplish under the right circumstances. Monetary Matters Bro stoked the fires even further by revealing that Wall Street analysts have placed XRP targets somewhere between $10,000 and $35,000. Despite the fact that these numbers appear to be inconceivable, they have gone viral and captured the imaginations of people all over the cryptocurrency world. A crypto commentator by the name of The Real Remy Relief stated that $10,000 worth of XRP will arrive sooner than you think if we continue to follow this run. This statement added to the excitement. He recommended to investors that they move their XRP into cold wallets for the sake of safety in his post. He even went so far as to say that Ripple XRP is the new Federal Reserve Treasury, which offers a glimpse into a potential future in which XRP could act as a pillar for the global financial system. At the moment, the price of XRP is approximately $3. and there are approximately 59.7 billion coins active in circulation. The mathematical justification of predictions of $1,000 or even $10,000 is made more difficult as a result of this. At $1,000, the market capitalization of XRP would be close to $60 trillion, which is a figure that is greater than the current total of the world's economy. Either the supply would need to be drastically reduced, or XRP would need to be universally adopted as a reserve currency. Both of these scenarios are necessary for this to occur. The fact remains that predictions such as these play a significant role. They pique people's interest, provide sources of optimism, and maintain community engagement even in the face of unpredictability. And this is not all a work of fiction. The ecosystem of XRP is growing, its legal battles are largely behind it, and its role in international payments is continuing to expand. Even if four-figure price targets continue to be out of reach, the launch of the Exchange-Traded Fund, ETF, and the CME options both add more legitimacy to the market, creating real momentum that can drive steady gains. Balance should be the most important takeaway for investors. The headlines are drawn to large sums of money such as $1,000 or $35,000, but these should be as hypothetical situations rather than as outcomes that are guaranteed. What is more important is the fact that XRP is at long last entering the mainstream of the financial industry. The optimistic outlook is infectious. However, in order to achieve success, long-term believers must combine it with patience, research, and the ability to manage risks. Let us now discuss the global partnerships that Ripple has established. Ripple is not only making investments in the cryptocurrency market behind the scenes. The plumbing of the world's financial system is being subtly taken over by it. To tell you the truth, this could very well be the most bullish signal that we have ever seen come from XRP. What comes next has the potential to completely alter everything. Therefore, the rate of Ripple's adoption across the globe is continuing to quicken, and Japan is proving to be an important battleground. The SBI Group, which has been a Ripple partner for a very long time, is at the forefront of the movement with the launch of its brand new hyper-deposit banking service. Beginning on September 23rd, customers who open these accounts will not only have access to a convenient yen deposit linked to SBI Shinsei Bank and SBI Securities, but they will also earn XRP rewards that will be credited directly to their exchange wallets. Ari, a prominent member of the XRP community and a crypto YouTuber, brought attention to the significance of this move by pointing out that it is more than just a marketing gimmick. Rather, it is an indication that XRP is becoming increasingly Ripple ensures that its token is not merely a speculative instrument by tying XRP to services that people use on a daily basis, such as banking, securities, mortgages, and even non-fungible tokens, NFTs. This ensures that its token is a functional component of the global financial ecosystem. Additionally, as Ripple continues to broaden these partnerships across the globe, each new market represents not only adoption, but also the possibility of upward momentum for the price of digital currency. The topic of whales is something that we simply cannot avoid discussing. It has just been recorded that another bullish signal comes in. All indications point to the possibility of an XRP Ripple coin pump occurring in the near future. In the market, there are things that are going on behind the scenes that you won't want to miss out on. As a result, whale activity is one of the most straightforward indicators in the cryptocurrency markets, and at the moment, XRP is attracting the attention of everyone. A staggering 16,483,919 XRP, which is estimated to be worth more than $50 million, was recently transferred to Coinbase, which is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States, as reported by Whale Alert. This move has given rise to a great deal of speculation regarding the possible events that are taking place behind the scenes. It is important to note the timing. In the past, a factor that has historically fueled risk on sentiment in financial markets was the Federal Reserve's decision to cut interest rates. This transfer occurred shortly after the Fed made that decision. The size of these funds and their strategic placement is the more immediate takeaway, despite the fact that some people speculate on a connection between the two. XRP Liquidity, a well-known tracker of XRP holdings, has brought to light the fact that Coinbase currently only keeps 4 cold wallets that are physically active. Each one of them contains approximately 16.4 million XRP. This stands in stark contrast to the situation that Coinbase encountered earlier this year,